Hey y'all, welcome to my modern homestead. My name is Janet, for those of you who are new here. And everybody, whether you're new or not, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all please excuse the way I look. It is a work day on the homestead. I've got garden work to do. Excuse me, I've got to, if you saw my last video, I've got to get up those weeds. I've got to trim up some stuff that never got trimmed before the previous owner moved out. And I'm going to get some seeds started, and I'm going to work on putting some of our beans and flour into Mylar bags. So those of you who are big time preppers, if you're even on this channel, y'all don't laugh at me. I've just recently, in the last year, 2 years, started storing stuff in Mylar bags. And this video is more geared towards those who are new to that. I'm just going to show you my method, my process, my way of thinking, and I'm going to show you why I don't store stuff in 5-gallon Mylar bags. Nope, that's not for me. So anyway, I've got stuff out for supper. Y'all excuse me, but let's get started.
One thing that I got done and that I've been wanting to do for a while is to get my herbs started. A lot of my seeds were old, so I put a lot of seeds into some of the pods just to see what would happen. I hope that most of them come up anyway. I also did some work out in the garden and actually found worms this morning.
Okay, y'all, I wanted to come out here and show you what I found this morning when I was hoeing up part of the garden. Of course, I have my 2 rows of peas, and I knew I had my Chinese red meat radishes, but I couldn't find my Swiss chard. I just thought it didn't come up. Well, y'all, I was hoeing part of it up, but look, some of it has come up. I've got to come out here and finish, but I'm so excited I found it. We're supposed to start cooling back down tomorrow, so I'm hoping the garden will perk back up. This heat is doing a number on it. My poor pepper over there. It was perky this morning after I washed it. Not washed it, watered it yesterday. But I've got to come out here and finish this. This takes a long time because I planted things close together, so it's hard to get that hoe in there, but I'm so excited.
And you can never just walk outside anymore. These little peanuts are always there, wanting to play and wanting attention. They are getting so big and so cute. I promise I'm getting to the Mylar bags, but what is life if you can't stop for a few minutes and just enjoy little puppies or baby animals in general?
Okay. Okay, y'all ready to get these into Mylar bags and get them put away? I have my Mylar bags here. And if you were with me for my last video for the grocery haul, or hauls, you saw where I got a bunch of beans. Now what I have done is sorted through them and come up with different variations so that in each Mylar bag I have an assortment of beans. I don't have just one kind, because who wants to open a whole bag of beans and have to eat through that whole bag of beans all at once, or, you know, for several meals before you open up another bag? At least that's just the way I'm thinking about it in my head. And this is also the reason I don't want to put beans in 5-gallon Mylar bags. That's a lot of beans to go through, y'all. I don't want to do all that. I would rather have smaller 1-gallon bags with a different variety. Now, because my oxygen absorbers come in packs of 10, I try to wait until I have 10 things, or that I can fill 10 bags. So I have stacks of beans, plus I have 2 bags of flour that I'm going to put away. So anyway, let's get those out and let me show you how I do it. Okay, y'all please excuse the way I look. I know you can't even see my face, but I have been out in the garden today. I've been trimming bushes, hoeing up weeds, you name it. But let me show you what I'm going to do. When you do beans in the Mylar bags, you want to have holes in your bags so that it can absorb the oxygen out of there. And before, when I've done it, I've just used my scissors and pricked the bags with, made little snips and made holes in the bags. But today I'm just going to take, why I didn't think of this sooner, take my toothpick and just poke holes in the bags. So, I'm not going to bore you with all this, but what you guys been up to? Y'all working in the garden, or are you in an area that's still too cool? It is so hot today. It was hot yesterday and the day before, but we're supposed to cool down for the next, week or so. Anyway, that's all we do. I'll go ahead and finish this one bag for you. So, I know from doing this that my Mylar bags, the 1 gallon, will hold about 5 pounds of beans. So, I do 5 1-pound bags, and then let's get the Mylar bags out. I really like this brand. They didn't come recommended to me. I just found them on Amazon. And they've done really well for me. So what I'm going to do is take out 1 Mylar bag, and I'm going to write down each kind of bean on there. And here you can see my packs of the oxygen absorbers. So let me write on here what we've got. Now, if you've been with me a while, you've seen me do this, so it's no surprise. But what I'm going to do is right up here on the part I tear off, I have lentils, large limas, and I like to write up here so that later on I can reuse this bag after I open it. That way you get more bang for your buck. Navy beans, black-eyed peas, and they come with little sticker labels, but I don't like to use those. I'm always worried the label's going to come off, and then you'll have to open your bag that's all sealed to figure out what you got in it. So now, oh, excuse me. So I lay them down as flat as I can in the bottom of the bag and just stack the bags on top of each other. Now I'll do this for each bag before I open the oxygen absorbers, because the less time you can have those open and exposed to air, the better. And sometimes it's a tight fit. If you shake it, we'll be able to get it down. And when we seal it, we'll just fold it down to get it as even as we can and use our heat iron. So let's finish filling these and we'll be back. In some of my stacks, I have to use 2 pounds of beans. And if I do that, I'll just use 3 1-pound bags with it, so that my Mylar bag won't be overfilled. It's a great project to get your kids involved in, no matter their age.
He doesn't do it right.
Yes, he does. There's no right or wrong, brothers and sisters. That's okay. Okay, all of our bags are filled. I've got 5 on the table. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me, 6 on the table. I've got 2 in a chair over here. Now, I'm going to do the flour. And I don't want to dump my flour. All I do, I can't see that. Let's see. All I do is just open the bag. Now flour bags, I don't remember them used to being this hard to open. They want to stick now. All right, so I open the bag like so. Hold on, let me get a Mylar bag. And just like the beans, we're going to write what this is. This is all-purpose flour. And then, lift y'all up just a little bit. And I'm going to take the bag, slip it down over the flour. And I'm not worried if it spills out in the Mylar bag. I just want the bag with the information on it. And it helps keep the form a little bit better. There we go. And all I have to do is drop my oxygen absorber down in there. I've got one more. Let me get it done. Okay, y'all, have any of you caught the one thing I forgot to put on my bags? I just remembered when I was labeling this one, the month and the year. That way you can use your oldest bags first. And remember, you're always wanting to rotate. But these bags, I mean, my goodness, y'all, you're talking 15 years if you need them to last that long. Probably longer than that. There we go. Now this is what I will use to seal my bags. This was the cheapest little flat iron that I could find on Amazon. So all I'm going to do is let it heat up. Now I still have not put my oxygen absorbers in here. What I like to do is seal these up and leave just enough room to stick the oxygen absorber down in there. I'll seal up the rest of the bag. So let's let the hot iron get hot, the flat iron get hot. While the flat iron is heating up, I'm going to get out my oxygen absorbers. I just love the way this company packages everything. You can see they're nice and sealed up. 10 to each individual pack. I'll just sit those out and put these back up. Okay, y'all, this part can be a little bit tricky if your bag is really full, but I try to fold it over and line up the edges of the top as best I can. And I take my heat sealer and just start sealing it up. Try not to get wrinkles if you can help it. Sometimes you just can't help it. And be careful touching this bag. I always forget and touch it, and it's hot. There we go. And we just leave a little bit open to drop the oxygen absorber in. That's all there is to it. I'm going to finish up these bags. I'm not going to bore you. And then I'll be right back. Okay, tricky part number 2. I like to put my bags where they'll all stand up and open up the holes so that I can quickly drop the oxygen absorbers in. Once I have that done, I go ahead and open my bag of oxygen absorbers. And just pop them down. Make sure I get them low enough to where the heat sealer will not interfere with it. You don't want to ruin your oxygen absorber. Oh, did I miss a bag? Well, y'all, what in the world? Anyway, I'll check as I go. This one's got one, I know, so let me fold this over. I'll just keep it sealed up until I can find the bag it goes in. Now let's seal all the ones that I'm sure have one. I just seal it quickly, then I go back and make sure they have a really good seal on them. Just like that. I need to pull these bags up and check them. I just looked over to my side and I see the bag I didn't get to. So we're good. These all have one. Okay, here's my little hideaway. So I need to seal it all the way up. And all the bags are done. Now I like to go and make sure I've got them sealed all the way to the edge. But that's all there is to it, y'all. 10 bags done. Okay, I've just finished going back over the tops, making sure they're good and sealed. The last thing I need to do is to go back and write the date. Now guys, when we sealed, we actually sealed the bottom of the bag. Where you will open it is up here. So see, that way, once you open it, empty the contents, you can put something else back in here and use it again. Of course, you'll lose some of the storage capacity, but that's okay. So, here you go. Simple as that. So there you go, guys. You have seen my seeds that I got started. Yep, I'm a little late on getting those herbs started, but that's okay. If I need to grow them in the house, that's what we'll do this year until we can plant them out next year. We're just going to go with it. I don't even have the planters built yet. So I've got my stuff in Mylar bags for right now. I've just stuffed it where I could until I can get a container to put it in. And now it's time to get started on supper. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. You know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. Even when I look like this, you know you're my friend if I let you come into my house looking the way I look. So until we meet again, you guys, may you be blessed. Love you.